fucking do the show again, right? We're gonna fucking do this show again. Alright, we're just gonna fucking do this here. Take a hit from the fucking bong. Well, what is going on, guys? And welcome back to part 2 of this Monday show. Yeah, baby. So if you haven't caught up, you need to go back and watch the first part of this Monday show. And for those of you who aren't familiar with the Monday show and this is your first time here, you need to go ahead and hit that subscribe button right away. Like I just went ahead and hit that there. But yeah, the Monday show, guys, if you're new here, I just like to hang out with you guys twice a week. I like to hang out with you guys on Mondays and Wednesdays and just kind of give you something outside of schoolwork or real work to wrap your head around. Monday shows are basically like, hey, how was your weekend? My weekend was this. And then I come back on Wednesday. That's new comic book day. Aside from video games, comic books are one of my hugest passions. And if you want to tell me how your weekend was, since this is the Monday show, and hit the comment section, I would really appreciate it. And while you're hitting the comment section, check the comment section of other videos for free codes for free comics. Speaking of comic books, Wednesday I always pick up comics from our local comic shop, and Marvel does a great gig where they will include digital codes. Now, I typically don't get in on the digital library, but these are books that I own, and they give me like these free digital codes, and I don't really use them, so I pass them on to you guys. So hit the comment section. Let me know how your weekend was in this video, and then, like I said, hit the comment section and other videos and look for those free codes. Like, there's no limit per customer. You can just grab them up. Once they're redeemed, they're done. So you kind of want to hop in there and grab them up as soon as possible, though, for sure. But again, speaking of the Monday show, yeah, I want to hang out with you guys, talk about the weekend, see how your weekend was. If you're, again, just kind of hopping in here, the weekend really hasn't started. I'm pre-recording. I explained the whole reason why in the first part, but this is actually Friday night. This isn't even Monday. It's really weird. Sometimes I do these like, New Game Fridays, and it's not really Friday. You got to pre-record. Do you really think when Conan O'Brien is coming to you on Friday night, all of that is recorded Friday night? Come on, guys. Let's be honest with each other. Okay. So yeah, I'm pre-recording here Friday night. The weekend has not happened yet, but really, guys, I hope you had a great weekend. This is, um, something I do because I like to talk to people. I like to engage, but really, I'd like to hear. Oh man, I just paid the mechanic $150 for the day. Jesus. But I'd like to hear from you guys. I like to know, like, you're looking around the apartment like, oh yeah, I think you're doing okay, dude. Oh man, he just spent 150 on his mechanic. He has a mechanic. I think he's doing all right. Um, but yeah, hopefully you guys had a great weekend. Hopefully you guys, like I said, hit the comment section. Let me know how you're doing. Like I said, this is kind of why I'm here. Like I want to hear from you guys. I can blah 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 all day long. But at the end of the day, man, I really do want to hear from you guys. And speaking of hearing from, that beautiful voice we just heard from at the beginning of this episode and the last episode and most of the episodes before that, it's Buck Martin. I'm going to give a special shout out to Buck Martin. Always beautiful hearing your voice. Get those videos starting off with Rob's Arcade. And let's go ahead and move on with Rob's Arcade. Like I said, the last part of this episode, I was talking about a podcast that I've been really following lately. And for those of you who know, the Monday show is not only about like just kind of hanging out and talking about the weekend. I kind of like to start the week off with something positive, kind of give you something to bounce around, talk about. Um, you know, I give you guys like a mandatory Monday, something to do to get you kind of like outside your kind of like your comfort zone. Sometimes people get boxed in by their comfort zone and they, don't always act on their instincts. And I feel like a lot of times if you just kind of like act on those instincts and just do what your gut tells you to do, you'll feel a lot better. And I've been watching a lot of other podcasts, like kind of seeing what works and what doesn't work and what I like. And it's really funny. Some of the podcasts I watch are a lot of stand-up comedians, and they're they're it's funny. They get on stage and they seem kind of rude. They tell these jokes and they seem kind of harsh, but really, if you like, you take it for what it is. It's just a form of entertainment, of course. And I've always been able to take a joke, and I've always had a great sense of humor. But if you're able to take it for what it is, and then kind of like sometimes, you watch like Conan O'Brien, and you're like, oh my God, what a goofy dude. But then you watch some of like his behind the scenes stuff and some of his other segments, and you realize like how much of it's an act and how much of him is real life. And then you watch some of these podcasts with him, and you get like a whole other side. And it's been a lot of fun. Like I've always grown up watching these different stand-up comedians and all these different people. But then I watch these like podcasts, and I'm doing it simply because I like to talk to people and kind of do the same thing they're doing, like Michael Rosenbaum and just different people. But it's really amazing, like seeing this stuff, because it's kind of like the same way the stand-up comedians worked, where they would do the same thing. They would kind of see what sticks and what works and what doesn't work and what makes people laugh. And it's been a really fun experience over the last couple of weeks trying all this out, just kind of watching different things. And last week I really dove deep into Bill Burr, and he's a comedian who I've always really admired. I think he's one of the funniest people out there. I think his ability to not only make fun of himself, but everybody is just genius. Like hecklers, doesn't matter what color you are, what sex you are, who you're into as far as like, dating goes. Like he can break it down, gun control, it doesn't matter what it is. The guy is just amazing. Like I've always, always, always loved Bill Burr, and it seems like he is on fire right now. It's just like he's everywhere. He's got a really great podcast out there. I've been really, like I said, anytime like I'm just kind of bored in bed, I'm like on YouTube, just kind of like checking out what he's got going on. And it was really funny. He's been doing one lately. Like he hangs out with his wife a lot of times, and like gets her opinion on a lot of things, because they do come, I think, from very different backgrounds. And I, you know, I think that's important in any relationship, really. I mean, I think like you need to share like a lot of common ground, but I think coming from different backgrounds really helps, because there's just come on, guys, there's so much more to explore, really. I mean, think about it. Like, what kind of book? What kind of book would you want to read, really? But anyway, I love listening to him and his wife. Excuse me, I'm gonna take a little sip here. I feel like we're going to start getting to London topics again. But I really love just like listening to him and his wife. Excuse me, go back and forth. And they did a great thing the other night. Oh my gosh, no, this isn't going to work. Oh my, hold on. Like freaking dying over here. They did a great thing the other night. I was like listening to one of their podcasts, and they were talking about oh gosh, how did they even get on the topic? Oh, how Bill Burr just like hates going to like hotels and different places on vacation and being bothered, and kind of like some of it I understood. Like I'm not one of those people, like when I go on vacation, I do like I don't really mind talking to like the front desk and checking out and whatever. But he was talking about like certain things, and it led to a discussion about like you know getting on the phone and talking with people on the phone and having like cancel memberships or whatever. And I was right there. He's like, dude, I would almost rather pay the $25 a month and not have to talk to these assholes, blah, 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 blah. And I was like, dude, I feel you on that. Like, that was one thing I could totally, like, get behind. I just, when it comes to, oh man, I remember trying to set my cell phone up for like online baking. Online baking was like, oh my god, it was like a nightmare. Like, I have like flashbacks, like right now. What's your routing number? What's your this? Like, I was so bad. Like, I had all the information. I remember, like, remember setting up online banking like years ago on my phone, and like actually like pulled out. I had like my card, my debit card, still in that like cardboard old man sleeve they give you, and like all my information. It was like so bad. Like, somebody, yeah, steal my wallet. You've got my ID, my social security card, my debit card with my account number, and I think it was like my PIN code, and then like the code you need like on the telephone. Oh god, it was like so bad. It was like so stupid. Oh jeez. Anyway, but yeah, I remember like setting up online banking on my phone. It was like such a nightmare, and everybody's like, "Oh yeah, it's so easy." And, oh yeah, no. Even like my YouTube channel, I've had it for years. My wife had to set it up when we were first dating. That's like one of the first things she ever did for me. We weren't even living together yet. And I was like, babe, like everyone's telling me I need to do like these like YouTube videos on like my stop motion animation, whatever. And she's like, all right. I spent like probably like 2 hours, like over 2 days or something. Like it was like an hour and a half and like an hour and 45 minutes, like over 2 days, like just like trying to figure out how to do a freaking YouTube channel. But anyway, here we are now. And I somehow figured out how to do all this. I somehow, like, my PlayStation and my YouTube and all that is all connected. Don't ask me how I freaking did it. Anyway, so like I'm watching this like I said, this lovely couple, Bill Burr and his wife, and they're going back and forth, and like they're like I said, they're so funny, and she's laughing at how like much he hates like talking to people, just engaging, just leave me alone, and like it comes up like he's paying like on a cell phone, like for like something crazy. I can't remember what it is, like some kind of number or service or something, but it's like twice he's done this thing. He's got like two numbers, like, or two extra numbers, or whatever it is. But it's like either like $50 a month for the whole thing, or like $50 per month for the extra. I here I am. I'm getting into Bill Burr's bullshit here on whatever. But whatever it was, he was like just like wasting money. But I'm watching him, and or like listening to him on YouTube, and I'm like, I totally freaking get it. Like, I would do the same thing. I would just be like, if I were making the money you're making, I would just eat it up. Like, yeah, whatever. And then when I die, my family's got to freaking figure it out. Like, whatever. Like, I don't care. Like, to me, same thing is not worth the pain in the ass. Because he's like, you're talking about, like, I've done the same thing. Like, you're online, or you're on the phone, press 1 for this, press 2 for that, press 4 for that. Like, everything should be, like, super, freaking simple. I'm gonna show you like how simple I think everything should be. Like, everything should be this freaking simple. You just go outside, you hit the button, right? And let's say it doesn't matter what you want, right? You just call the number. You tell them what you want, and they just do it. But it's never that easy. Yeah, whatever, buddy. Get out the way. All right, so let's go over here real quick. So you just, oh jeez, let me see. Kind of climb up here real quick. All right. So then you just call the number, right? Go in your contacts. Like, what I want is a helicopter, right? So let's say you just want like a helicopter, or you just want to cancel a number, or you just want to cancel whatever. You should basically just go in and be like, hey,
Merriweather, because security is a private matter. What
do
can
you
I
want to
do? For you?
Exactly. And then you say,
Thank
like,
you.
I want to do
a
this.
Helicopter is on its way.
And then they do that. And that's how everything should be. Oh, like, I want to do this. Oh, really? Well, then, boom. There you go. You do that. Oh, I want to do this. Well, then, boom. There. But it's never that easy. Like, first of all, you have to, like, be on hold for, like, 15,
Hi there.
20 minutes. And a lot of times, like, it's always, like, you're on hold, And when you finally get in touch with somebody, it's always like the person is like,
Incoming. Get clear of the landing zone.
it's like right in the middle of like what you actually need. Am I wrong? Like, it's never like if you have a problem, like, oh, you just talk the first person, they help you out. It's always like, oh, what, like right in between the two or whatever. And then so like I said, just like pull up and go, hey, yeah. And then you go, look, dude, I need this helicopter. Get out. Yeah. That's how everything should be. I want to switch plans. Boom. They send your plans. Bang. Done. Plan switch. It's never that easy. So anyway, I'm listening to Bill Burr like talk about this stuff. I'm cracking up because like I totally am like 100% like on board with what he's saying. Like it's nothing as easy as it's supposed to be. And why does Tony keep calling me? I don't care. And a lot of times, like, just like, honey, please, like, set this up. Like, I don't want to deal with it. Like, I don't want to have to, like, whatever. Please, just do this for me and whatever. So, ironically enough, like, this was, like, just this past weekend, all this was, like, going on with, like, these, YouTube videos that I'm watching of Bill Burr. I get an email, like, the night after. I remember it was, like, the night after I, like, just balanced my entire budget, like all my bills. This is what here, this is paying here, this is going there, blah 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 blah. Get like all these notifications, like this is coming out, like the PlayStation Plus thing is coming out. I'm like, oh my god, you gotta be kidding me! Like money's just coming out left and right. I'm like, all right, I'm trying to like balance all this stuff out. Then I get hit with an email from a dog food company that like I used to have set up when we lived back in Virginia, and they're charging me for this special dog food that we used to get for both of our dogs, which we haven't gotten for both of our dogs in, oh my gosh, like quite some time. And since we've lived here in Florida, I haven't gotten like any of these dog food bags. Like I think I've been charged at least 2 other times, at least. Oh man, I'm gonna say at least once, but I feel like I've been charged at least 2 other times. For this dog food. And it's just like one of those things like, oh man, dude, we were just like almost like we were just talking about this, right? Like I'm right there with you. I don't want to have to talk. Like I would almost, it's like $75 though, like for dog food that I'm not getting, and dog food that I don't need. We got my other dog, like we used to have 2 dogs. One of them passed away. The one I have now is like totally different, like medicine. So like she doesn't even need the special dog food now. It's just like it's just ridiculous. So I'm literally like, I have to call and cancel this stuff. Like I don't really want to have to do this. And this isn't the first, like it was actually the anxiety of like having to talk to somebody, because I thought I'd done it. I thought I'd canceled this. I thought it was done. I thought it was over. I thought I'd like sent the email. There was like a thing to like unsubscribe. I clicked that a bunch of times. Never got like any kind of, like a response back. But I thought like I'd done all the stuff I needed to do to like finalize this. Like I don't want any more dog food without actually talking to somebody, And now I found myself, now I gotta talk to somebody. And so, like, it took me, like, 2 days to hype myself up enough to do this, to, like, talk to someone. I don't know if anybody else deals with any of this. This is kind of, like, why I'm, like, kind of, like, throwing all this out there, because, like, I don't deal with a lot of, like, social anxiety. But, man, when it comes to, like, making phone calls and doing stuff like that, just, man, forget it. Like I don't want really like anything to do with it. Like it's just not what, yeah, like I'll pick up the food, order whatever you want, I will go pick it up, I just don't want to have to like actually order it. Can I make it? Oh, sweet. Like, yeah, I wanted to land up here somewhere. Can I check out some of these pools? Oh, this is kind of cool. See, I'm one of those people like, yeah, order whatever, I'll go pick it up. I just don't want to, hey, hello, ow, perfect 10. I always like this, like, you know, hello, do you, like ordering pizza. You know, do you have, pizza there? Pepperoni there? This is kind of cool. I like this. Got this nice little balcony. I feel like this is the only way you can, like, really get up here, right? Just kind of, like, parachute in. But yeah, so anyway, it took me like 2 days. I finally called this morning, and not only took me like 2 days, but it took me like 2 cups of coffee. I'm like literally like just like hyping myself up like to cancel an order for dog food that I don't get and that I don't need. It's like, hello, can you please stop taking my money for something I don't really need any more, please? Thank you. Like, I mean, like, really, like, you know. So anyway, I call. Ah. My heart stops. It actually wasn't that easy. So I timed it. I wanted to do something like it took me like 2 days to call, all right? And I kind of timed it to where
I'm on the clock. What you want? Some wheels?
this morning, like I had to take out the trash,
It's on the way.
go pick up the mail, you know, and the trash and the mail is kind of like on the far side of the apartment complex. And you know, a lot of times I'll drive the trash, you know, out to the dumpster and you know, go check the mail all at the same time, and it's a nice little cruise, you know, get it all kind of taken care of. And I thought about it, I was like, that's perfect. You know what I'll do is I'll call. Well, I also had to take some books to go sell, and I had some stuff. I had like some stuff to take outside, some stuff to do. I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna like call this number, and then I'll load up the car. And then once I do all that, I'll you know, I'll start the car. I'll be on hold, and kind of like, you know, give myself time to okay, so like I wanted to be outside. Like I didn't even want to be, this is so stupid. So like not only did it take me 2 days to call, and like 2 cups of coffee to like hype myself up and actually get out there and like make this stupid freaking phone call, but like I wanted to do it outside because I didn't want my wife like hearing me. Like she's in her office, she's doing her own thing, but I don't know, she might come out for like a lunch break or like a little 15-minute break or something and be like, what are you doing? Who are you talking to? And like completely mess me up. Have to start all over again, right? So like I planned it, I timed it. I'm gonna go outside, I'm gonna take out the trash, I'm gonna load up the car with some books I'm getting rid of, I'm gonna do all this stuff. I'll call before I like leave the house, right? I'll do all this stuff. I'll warm the car up. I'll go take the trash. Check the mail. I did all this stuff. I'm on hold the entire time, right? Your call should be answered in less than 10 minutes. It wasn't until like literally I'm like walking up to my apartment again, getting ready to like walk back inside. Like I don't want, like I said, I want complete quiet. I don't want any distractions, right? Hello, this is so-and-so. How may I help you? Thank you for calling. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. So like now I'm outside, talk to this lady, and there's nothing really going on outside but like birds and like, you know, chipmunks and stuff like, yeah, chirping like that. That's our fork telling me I gotta like wrap this up. But that was almost like throwing me off. Like, I need quiet, man. I need nobody to throw me off. I don't need any distractions, right? So she's like, hello, so-and-so, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, what's your name? Can you verify your name? So I verify my name. And then she's like, can you verify your email? And I go to verify my email, and it just gets, like, super quiet. And, like, part of me is, like, thinking, like, does she even know, like, what my email is? Like, what do you mean, like, verify? I haven't talked to anybody. I haven't done anything. I've been sitting here, like, pressing buttons, like, hoping, like, whatever button I'm pressing is, like, the right response for, like, whatever problem I'm trying to freaking solve or whatever. And it all goes quiet. It goes silent. I'm like, hello? Hello? I look at my phone, and I've been disconnected. And I'm about to, like, lose my shit. I'm like, alright. So, I spent the last 2 days hyping myself up for this. 2 cups of coffee, planned my whole morning out, trying to get all this all just right. I'm just like, all I want to do is just cancel this dog food order. I don't want any more. I'm on hold. I'm finally getting somewhere, and then I get freaking cut off. I was about to lose my freaking wad. I was like, what are you talking, like, what is going on here? You gotta be kidding me, right? Well, all of a sudden my phone rings. Like, I'm getting ready to go back inside and, like, trying to, like, plan this whole thing. I'm like, oh, I gotta call again. I gotta figure this all again. My phone rings. It's the same number. It's the same lady. Somehow we got disconnected, but she called me right back. It was like my worst nightmare. It actually turned into, like, my dream come true. Like, she saved the day. She called me back, got everything squared away. Like, we're gonna have to go from, you know, we'll track this order, we'll see what happens, we'll see if I get this order, we'll figure out what happened with the other orders. We don't know, we'll see what happens. But she was such a big help. She got me off that automatic order BS, you know, which was really messing me up. But, you know, all in all, it turned out to be, like, one of the easiest things. Like, it was one of those, like, things I was, like, listening to Bill Burr, like, talking about, like, oh, man, I hate this, I hate that, me too, blah, 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 blah. But, yeah, sometimes you just gotta jump in there, guys, and just kind of do it. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for jumping in here, hanging out. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Just remember, man, just go forward, be great to each other, just have a great week, man. It's going to be, like I said, an interesting kind of like Monday show for me. Look forward to some cool Disney stuff. And guys, remember to hit that like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. And remember, this isn't goodbye, simply to be continued. And until next time, don't spend that quarter anywhere else. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Later.